Today's review is for Drawing Architecture, The Beginner's Guide to Drawing and Painting Buildings by Richard Taylor, published by David and Charles in 2022, and it's 120 pages long. I really enjoyed this book. So contents, materials, mechanics, the built environment, the bigger picture, final thoughts, glossary. It's full of these beautiful little pictures here that you can try to reproduce, and it deals with all sorts of different materials. So you've got graphite pencil, water-soluble graphite pencil, watercolour pencil, and watercolour, and pen and ink as well. So it's really, everything is covered here. So there's an introduction, how to use the book, and how the author works. And then he goes straight into materials. And he starts off with pencils, the most basic material that everyone uses, and explains how to do windows, how to do different shadings, types of cross-hatching, etc. Graphite powder. Again, you can just use graphite pencils if you haven't got graphite powder. There's some fabulous draw etching. Water-soluble graphite pencils. Watercolour pencils, and he shows you how to build up layers, how to hatch, etc. Then he goes into watercolour, how to build up washes, how to layer over, let colours run into each other. It's full of handy little tips like that. Then we have pen, line and wash. So this is not really for beginners, I don't think. I think it's a bit more advanced. In fact, I bought it when I was just starting out, and I haven't really looked at it until just recently. I felt it was lovely to see all the illustrations, but I felt it was a bit above my capabilities. But yeah, now I'm slowly working my way through it now, and I'm really enjoying it. It tells you a little bit about perspective as well, 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. All done very simply in very basic terms, but just to give you a rough idea of how to use it. The rule of thirds, so how to compose. Then foreground versus background. Brickwork and stonework. So it's all plenty of information for you to do different types of surfaces, wood as well, tiled roofs. And then the built environment. So, I mean, his illustrations are just incredible. But if you sit there and you slowly work through them, you can get something that's quite similar. And obviously you practice. How to get rust using watercolour. Mill buildings, so it's every type of building here. Timber framed houses. There's some projects to work on as well. Detached townhouse, terraced buildings, and then more modern buildings as well. So he goes through everything really, and there's another project of an Italian street. Classical architecture, so he shows you how to do all the fine details. Statues, relief carving. I mean, it's just going to give you such a great base for then going on to doing all sort of urban sketching or architectural drawing. It's really good, and there's lots of information. There's lots of writing. There's very few tutorials, but there's a lot of advice and a lot of how the author works, how to look at a scene and interpret it. Another project here, the town hall. Street architecture. You see, there's no step-by-steps and taking you from the very basics to the... But it covers everything, cafes and shop windows, street cafes, adding people to your scene. Road signs even, seaside buildings, street market, there's another project you can do. joiners, wide angle view, so different ways of looking at street scenes as well, writing, panoramic view, so you've got from the top down across the rooftops. So, and then there is a final thoughts. This is a great book. I don't think it's actually for beginners because there aren't enough step-by-step instructions. You need to have a little bit of skill in drawing. But if you're interested in drawing architecture, this is a great book to start off with. I'd give it 5 out of 5.